Hi, readers. I recently finished reading Malala's incredible book, and it's about this girl who stood up to the Taliban so girls could get an education in Pakistan. She wrote how after September 11th, the Taliban became a stronger presence in her village and they shut down girls' schools so girls had no opportunity to learn. And this got me thinking about timelines. How, on one side, there was this timeline of September 11th and the events that happened after that, and those events really did have an effect on our country and the world. And then there was this other timeline where it was really a personal story about a girl and her life and her struggles at the same time. Today, I want to teach you that in historical fiction, there could be more than one timeline because there's the main character's timeline and then there's the historical timeline. And both of these are connected. In order to really understand your character, it's important to understand the events that are happening at the same time, the world events, right? So keep this in mind as we work on Number the Stars and Anne Marie's timeline. Readers, as you read books that are more and more complex, you'll find that the author doesn't always help us make sense of which events happen in what order. We have to do that work. And a lot of times, the author slips in events that may have happened long before the story even started. So that's where timelines can be so helpful. They help us create a sense of chronological order. So let's think about Anne Marie's timeline. And here I just have this one event from chapter 1, 1943, when she's like running down the street with her friend and her little sister. And then here I have a historical timeline. And the two events that I have so far are 1942, Hitler recalls the German ambassador from Denmark. In 1943, the Jewish people living in Denmark begin to be rounded up for concentration camps. Now that we have these two, the personal timeline and the historical timeline, let's think about these three events and see where they fit within these timelines. So here in yellow, I have the first event. Papa tells Anne Marie a story about King Christian riding his horse through the city. The second in purple I have is Anne Marie's older sister Lise is killed. And the last event that I need help with is in orange. Denmark is invaded by Germany in 1940. So will you think for a minute? You might want to think it to yourself or maybe say it out loud. Where would you place these events within Anne Marie's timeline and the historical timeline? Great. So let's start with the first one. Papa tells Anne Marie a story about King Christian. Well, we already know that in chapter 1, she's running down the street with her friend and she gets stopped by the German soldier, right? And that happened in 1943. So after that, in chapter 2, that's when Papa tells her the story. Next event. Anne Marie's older sister Lise is killed. We don't know the details yet of how she died or when exactly, but we know that again in chapter 2. I'm going to turn to chapter 2 and reread a section. It says, Mama and Papa never spoke of Lise. They never opened the trunk, but Anne Marie did from time to time when she was alone in the apartment. Then the next line says, Redheaded Peter, her sister's fiance, had not married anyone in the years since Lise's death. So these are clues that let us know that Lise has been dead for a while and that her parents avoid the topic. So this happened in the past. So that's how we know that Anne Marie's older sister, her death, goes right about over here in Anne Marie's timeline. And then the last event that we have here is the invasion of Denmark in 1940. And that goes right around over here since we know that later in 43, Jewish people in Denmark are rounded up and sent to concentration camps. Readers, it's important to figure out the main character's timeline and the historical timeline, thinking about how these two are connected and how events can often cause other events. That's a strategy that might help you in your independent reading and your read aloud. Again, you're going to read for 45 minutes, and once you're done, make sure to click submit in Google Classroom. All right, readers, see you next time.